I am so rich that every single time I withdraw my available balance, the ATM explodes. I am so wealthy that CEOs off themselves because of how rich I am. I am so freaking loaded with money in my account that every single time I go to the bank to withdraw money inside the location, all the female hot bank tellers instantly wet their pants. Okay? It's affirmations like this, guys, where, first of all, you don't have to say affirmations like this to become rich. But the thing is like, when you were just constantly robotically affirming, yeah, I got money, I'm rich, I'm abundant, I'm a caterpillar. It's like your subconscious, is doom scrolling on their fucking TikTok, and they're like, okay, yeah, bro, sure. But when you say that, like, the demons shit their ball sacks because of how much fucking moolah you have in your account, your subconscious is like, excuse me, sir? So, I think you get the point, right? Like, again, I've always said that it's not about the technique, it's who you're being, right? But there's a reason why my custom affirmations that I give to my clients, which is the cheapest thing on my Stan store, links are in the description, okay? They have said that they've instantly got into the state like that. And why? Because it's not so much that, like, I found the secret sauce that goes on the cheeseburger, okay? It's not so much that I open the Tapatio sauce bottle and, I just spread it all over the enchilada, right? Pause. But it's more so because, like I've said before in the past, I used to only listen to the Beatles, but the first time that I ever listened to Pink Floyd, my life changed forever, right? Because I thought that there was only just, silly love songs and, a little experimentation here and there. I mean, Jesus Christ, the moment that the Beatles fucking used a sitar, it was like, holy fuck. I mean, it was like fucking Lionel Messi snorting cocaine. It was like, whoa, dude, right? But when I heard Pink Floyd, I was like, holy shit, they literally started a fucking song with the audio of cooking eggs on a skillet, right? They literally have a whole album just dedicated to jungle animal sounds. I mean, the Beach Boys, Pet Sounds my ass. That is true fucking Pet Sounds, right? And the same way that when you hear something that you never heard before, it's like mind-blowing. That's the reason why making your affirmations about money, and making them so hyperbolic that you're like, what the fuck, actually helps impress your subconscious, right? Now, again, I want to reiterate that you don't have to, but guys, I think that, with all these people who are like I saw this girl the other day said, okay, I did the 10,000 robotic affirmation challenge, and then her thumbnail is just like, I'm like, you know what, sweetheart? Like, I love you, but fuck you, okay? Like, you can't just do all that and expect for your subconscious to not be fooled that you're gonna have to do that again, okay? Because, I remember Eric said this, like, it's 100% true, guys. If you tell yourself that I have to do all these robotic affirmations, I got to do these affirmations this exhaustive way, then that's you deciding that you have to do that. It's not a fact. That's what you made your reality. So, I mean, you can do it robotically or you can do it erotically. It's your choice, okay? But I'm telling you guys, just really try that, and of course this works for SPs, but I just wanted to talk about money today because it's all about SP all the time, right? But another thing about money is that, just like with anything you're trying to manifest, the affirmations hit even harder when you don't just say, ooh, I'm gonna try this really crazy affirmation, but then you're just looking, okay, well, is it here yet? You keep checking your account, right? you want to be the person who has the money, right? And how do you do that? Well, there's so many different ways, right? But the easiest way is to ask yourself in every single moment that you're getting triggered by the fact that you don't have the money you want, would I be doing this right now if I had the money? And by the way, I don't mean just would I be thinking, oh, why do I have all these bills? Oh, shit, I got to get up to work tomorrow, right? Obviously, I'm not telling you to just quit your job. But even something as simple as the way you chew your gum. Would you be chewing it like, gotta get to work, it's 9 to 5, I'm so broke? Or would you just be like, you know, you get the fucking point, right? I mean, there's a little method acting to this, guys, right? This is what separates the actor who gets the final part from the others who audition for that role. They're saying the same lines, right? But not all of them do it like that guy, right? And if you want to be that guy, you got to keep asking yourself. And look, I promise you, anything that you put up in this noggin and you ask it, this is the real AI right here, okay? Because you are the only one that knows the truth. And by the way, people don't realize this, but when you ask yourself, what would the version of me who had the money be doing in this moment? Whatever pops up and whatever feels like what you would be doing in that moment is actually what you would be doing. Because the thing is, guys, is when they say there's different versions of you, a version of you who's broke, a version of you who's rich, a version of you who already has 5 different businesses and his own fucking whorehouse. There's all these different versions of you, a superstar, a president. There's a version of you who's in prison right now and, you know, having campfires with the fucking serial killers, right? Actually, that's not a good idea. But either ways, I've never been to prison, thank God. But the point is there's so many different versions of you. And how do you access them? By literally asking yourself that question, right? I mean, haven't you ever had a conversation with somebody and they would tell you, I know that if I was in the Bahamas right now, I would just be drinking me a pina colada. You know, I know that if I did not have a job right now, I would just be vacationing in Dubai, you know, and going in more debt, right? That's what, I've never met somebody who did not have like a specific scenario in mind when you ask them that question, right? Now, even when they say, I don't know, maybe the fact is that version of them that exists is just more indifferent to the idea of being fucking, you know, unemployed and financially free. But the point I'm trying to make is that whatever pops up in your brain is actually you getting access to that version of yourself. So when you do these affirmations, when you say that you are so rich that the bank teller gets wet every single time she opens your account and she ends up opening her blouse even more because she just is so fucking in love with you with all the money that you have, hypergamy is real, then add on top of that, whenever you are getting in this state of where is it? Neil Arthos said that he charges people for these affirmations, but they're not fucking working. When I use the one that he started this video out with, okay, well, maybe you need to check, are you actually being the person right now who has it or not? And if you aren't, change it. Ask yourself, what would you be doing right now? How would you be picking your nose? How would you be breathing? How would you be walking, your posture, the way that you are sitting in your cubicle? I mean, one of the ones I like to do when I'm at work, because I know that's one of the big things that gets in the way when you're trying to manifest money, because most of you guys want to get out of your job and not have to work a day in your life. That's fine. If it really is hard for you just to imagine yourself not at your job right now, okay. Literally ask yourself, what would I be doing if I, out of the kindness of my heart, was doing like a charity event at my job and saying, okay, you know what, guys, this is my way of giving back. Right? Like you already gave like $1 million to your boss, you know, and she gave you head in the back, and then you're just here for the hell of it, right? You would be like, what's that guy's name? Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. You know, you would be like fucking, like watch Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And yeah, I know I'm taking you all the way back, but motherfucker, it got a whole grand slam in the fucking Oscars. Okay, so fuck off. One of the best movies of all time, one of my top 5 movies, and The reason why is because everybody in the fucking mental asylum is like, oh no, Nurse Ratched, we gotta fucking listen to whatever she says. And he just walks in there and be like, yo, we gotta watch the World Series. What is all this fucking shit about? You know, so if you want to know how to act at work, and I'm not saying to fucking get fired, guys, but you get the fucking point. Mentally, internally, okay? Even if you are still following orders and doing your job correctly, you don't have to do it like a little bitch. You don't have to do it like a slave. Just do what you got to do, but do it with your chest out, okay? Now, if you want to go more in depth in manifesting, whether it's money or even specific person, links are in the description if you want to work with me. And just so you know, if you become a channel member, you get discounts to all the services on my Stan store. I love you guys. Take care.